Guys, it's a new year. You can't keep spending money the same way you were spending money last year. Certain things that you wasted money on last year, and I'll act like a prophet and I'll tell you all those things. And then you have to promise me that this year you will not waste money the same way. All right? Because if you keep doing the same thing and expecting a different result, then that's the definition of insanity. Number one thing that you wasted money on last year was impulsive spending. You go to the supermarket to buy toothpaste, and then you leave the supermarket not just with toothpaste, but with an entire bag filled with several other things. You have biscuits there, you have several other things there. And ladies, I'm speaking to you, right? Directly to you. So impulsive buying. You see something that's on someone else, you like it, so you just buy it without thinking about the budget. You wasted a lot of money last year. This year, banish impulsive buying. No more impulsive buying. If you did not plan to buy it, you cannot buy it. Say it after me. If I did not plan to buy it, I cannot buy it. Good. Number two thing that you probably wasted money on last year. Before I say number two, have you liked this video? Please go ahead, click the like button. That will help me to get this message to many more people who need to better order their finances this year. So go ahead and click the like button before I tell you the other things that you wasted money on last year that you should not waste money on this year. Have you clicked it? Okay, great. Number two thing was high interest debts. Those monies that you borrowed and had to pay high interest for. Kai, you don't know it, but they are sucking you dry. All those times that you went to Palm Pay, you went to O Pay, you went to something Pay, that Pay, and borrowed money from them, the interest is really high and they sucked you dry. Sometimes even the conventional banks, the GCBs and Access banks, when you borrow money from the app, what you're doing is you're borrowing high interest payment. Even your phone, your MTN, Airtel, when you borrow recharge card, when you borrow data, it's a high interest. And you may not realize it, but those things are practically sucking you dry. I mean, think about it. Why are they doing the business? Why are they doing it? They're doing it because they understand how much money they can make from it. In 30 days, they would make probably 50% interest on their money, and it's you paying for it. So you borrow 10,000 naira, but you're paying 15,000 naira back. I mean, stop it. No more high interest loans. No more high interest loans. And in fact, no more loans if you're not going to use it for business. No more loans for personal use. When you take a loan to buy a recharge card, when you take a loan to buy a car, when you take a loan to buy liabilities, you are actually wasting money. And those kind of loans are the ones that come with higher interest than the ones that are for business. Number three, dining out excessively. Yes, it's good to go out and eat in a restaurant. Yes, it's good to eat outside where you don't even have to stress yourself to cook and all that. But I'm telling you, you may not realize it. It is taking a lot of money from you. Going out every time. Oh, it's my birthday. It's my friend's birthday. It's my cousin's birthday. It's my grandmother's, auntie's, uncle's birthday. And you're always going out to eat, always going out to the cinema, always going out to have fun. If you cannot have fun at home, you don't know how to have fun. If you cannot sit at home with your family members and have fun, you don't know how to have fun. Why? Because that means you are not a fun person. It's that thing outside there that gives you fun. So you have to learn to stay at home more often. Not every time that it's Friday that you need to be out on TGIF. It's not every time that it's Saturday that you need to be out hanging out with friends. Sometimes you need to stay at home and manage your money. You may not realize it, but those little 20,000, 50,000, 100,000 are sucking you dry. They did it last year. Don't let them do it this year again. Number four is not having emergency funds. Now, when we're in school, we're taught that there are three reasons to hold money: transactionary motive, precautionary motive, and speculative motive. Many people learn these things but never use it. If you don't separate your money into these three things, you will run into trouble. Number one is transactionary. That's you put aside the money that you use every day, that you spend on your groceries, on your transportation and all that every day. Then you put aside the one for speculation, which is money that is going to be available when there's an investment opportunity sometime in the future. And then you put the money for precautions aside. If you don't have the money for precautions aside, that's where people get into trouble. It's the money for precautions, which is your emergency savings, emergency funds, That's what you use when your child is sick, when the tire of your car goes down, when your car breaks down. Those are the emergencies. You see, those emergencies many times suck into our money. We end up going to borrow high interest debt. Sometimes we end up even embarrassing ourselves because we have to borrow money from the office. We have to borrow money from our friends and family members. And those are actually the ones that bring things down. So even though your car hasn't broken down in the last 2 months, you need to have money saved up in the last 2 months so that the day your car breaks down, maybe 2 months later, you have the 4 months savings, your precautionary savings, to help you with that. If you don't do that, when the car breaks down and then it now needs money that is practically the same as your salary, you run into trouble, and then that's how come you don't have money to save or to invest. So you need to stop doing that. Ensure that you have separated your money into your transactionary, precautionary, and speculative. Some people don't even have speculative. That means you're not looking forward to when you would be able to do some investment and make more money. No, you have to be able to put money aside, especially for the emergencies right now, because those are the ones that get you into financial trouble. Number 5 thing that you wasted money on in 2023, which you must not waste money on in 2024, is impulsive investments. I'm telling you, investments are not supposed to be impulsive. Somebody just comes to you, hey, you can make some money out of this thing. And you're like, really? Yes. Ade made the money, Shade made the money, Tunde made the money. You can also make the money out of it. Then you carry all your hard-earned money, you pour it into it, and boom, the thing evaporates like like water. So if you are wise, you will not do impulsive investments. Number 1, an investment that you don't understand, you're not supposed to engage in. Why? Because you don't understand it. Those that understand it better than you will cheat you in that investment. Number 2, an investment that you cannot analyze and explain simply to a 5-year-old, you're not supposed to go into it. Why? Because it has become too complicated. There are now too many moving parts. With all those moving parts, you really cannot keep track of it. And that's what happens when you go into impulsive investments. You did not look at and analyze and see all the moving parts and really see how it can be done. And then you don't even understand it. Number 3, an investment that puts your money in the hands of somebody else, or puts the faith of that business in the hand of somebody else who you don't know, who you cannot track, who there's no government body controlling. That kind of investment cannot work. So some of you probably watching me right now, I've already made that mistake in 2023, maybe in 2022, put money into impulsive investments, and that is wrong. And that's where you need a coach. That's why you need to be a part of the Biblical Billionaire Club. We raise Christian billionaires, and I give everybody the free access to me to ask me questions. Ask me about the investment before you go into it. In fact, I always tell them, if you're a member of this club and you go into a bad investment, it's absolutely your fault. Why? Because now you have a coach that can help you analyze this investment. Now, I'll tell you the truth. I've done some of them before. I've failed in the past. I've made mistakes in the past. The things that I learned from all those things are the reason now it's almost impossible for me to go into one of those failed investments. And also the fact that I have a mentor who I will go back to and speak with whenever I want to do any of those investments. And lastly, I'll give you a bonus. The bonus is when you have no financial goal, which is like the umbrella to everything. When you have no financial goal, when there is no goal post, everybody on the pitch is just running around and doing whatever they like and just playing around. So when you have no financial goal, okay, this year I'm trying to make $1 billion. Right now, this is April. I'm still on 100 million. I know that I'm not going to achieve this if I don't invest more into marketing, if I don't invest more into this particular thing. And so your brain is sharp. Your brain is thinking very well. So when you have no financial goal, it's almost impossible for you not to waste money. But when you have a financial goal, then you are able to track how much you spend on food. You're able to track how much you spend on friends' parties. You're able to tell people politely that you can't buy their Ashwebi. Why? Because you have a financial goal. So you must have a financial goal. Now I want to ask you, like I asked members of the Biblical Billionaire Club, what's your financial goal for 2024? How much do you want to make in 2024? How are you going to make it? How much will you have to make in January, in February, in March, per month? How much will you have to make per week in order to hit that financial goal? If you don't have a financial goal, you are likely to fail. Just like the popular saying goes, if you fail to plan, then you are planning to fail. Thank you very much. I hope that you've liked this video. And then I got a report from YouTube that about 50% of you watching this video right now have not yet subscribed. Don't be a part of that 50%. Go ahead and subscribe to this channel right now to get financial tips regularly on this channel. Thank you.